In this video, I'm going to show you how to manage your contacts. So here we've got our imported list of contacts, and to manage the contact itself, we're just going to click into the contact. All right, and here you have all of the contacts information. You've got their email, mobile phone, first name, last name, company, and tax number, as well as their selected language. So if you have multiple languages enabled in the system, this is where you'll be able to see what language they have selected. And of course, she hasn't got a mobile number, but if you go in here and you enter a mobile number for her and choose to save that, then that is going to be saved there. And of course, if she enters her mobile number or updates her contact details in any way in any part of the system, that will automatically be saved to her contact card here. The next thing we have here is our location, and that would be her addresses. So this would involve her country and region, the city that she lives in. Let's just give her some information here. And you've got her street, the apartment suite, her postal code, relevant time zone as well, depending where she lives, and her commission currency. So this is where all of her location data will be saved. It's also possible for a contact to have multiple addresses as well. So you would be able to see the different addresses allocated or assigned to this contact. The next thing that we have is our network details. Now, the network is quite a complex part of the system, and there is a playlist dedicated to it. So I'm not going to go into this in any detail right now, but if she was an affiliate with your business, this is where you would be able to see all of her affiliate information. And then lastly, we have our other settings here. You can see what lists this contact is assigned to, what tags this contact has assigned to them, what access levels they have assigned, and what programs they are enrolled in. You can also, of course, edit all of this information as needed. So if you need to remove a tag from this contact or add a new tag, you would be able to do it here. So that is one of the places you'll be able to edit that information for this contact. Then over here on the right-hand side, you'll be able to view all of their tickets, so their help desk tickets that they have submitted to the system. You'd also be able to view all of their orders and all of their subscriptions. So you'll be able to view and manage all of their orders and subscriptions from their contact card. You also have their engagement rating, and as you'll see, it is currently set to 10. Now, the engagement rating is directly related to your sendability. So a user's engagement reflects how engaged they are with your business. How frequently do they visit your website? How frequently do they open and read your emails? How do they engage with your business? When a user is engaged with your business, and once they are added to the system, they're automatically given an engagement rating of 10. They're fantastic. They're very engaged. But every 10 days that they do not engage with your business, this drops by 1. So 10 days they don't interact with your business, that then drops down to 9. Another 10 days, it drops down to 8. However, the moment they do re-engage with your business, it goes back up to a 10. So this is going to help you maintain a good sender reputation and a well-engaged list. So when you go to the messenger feature, for example, and you send out a message, you'll be able to choose the engagement level of users that you would like to send your emails to. And we obviously highly recommend that you only send emails to users with high engagement ratings and not below like a 5 or a 4. Rather leave them and don't mess with your sender reputation. So that is essentially what the engagement rating is over here. And then we have our consent fields, and we can see if this user has consented to receive marketing communication. So for this contact, you can see that the marketing communication is unseen and hasn't been updated. So for this contact, you might want to send them a little something to say, hey, do you consent to receiving emails from us? Great stuff. All right, then we have our actions up here on the top right-hand side. And here you can reset the password. You can send them the password. You can reparent this contact. So this is related to the network settings and affiliate commissions. And you can also delete the contact. Now, when it comes to deleting a contact, no contacts are ever permanently deleted from the system. They're all soft deleted. And the reason for this is, well, let's go ahead and delete this contact. And now if I navigate back to my contacts area here, you'll see that she's not showing up over here, But if we go to the very end of our list, there we go, you can see that Amy Ramirez is here, she's deleted, and she is still in the system. So if for any reason we need to restore this contact, we don't necessarily need to go through the whole re-opt-in process. To restore the contact, all we would do is click on the 3 dots over there and hit restore, and then that contact will be restored in the system. So that is why contacts are soft deleted in the system. Now, there are a few other ways that we can manage our users within the system. We can, of course, search for a contact. So we can look for Bob Burger, for example, and there he is. So that is nice and easy. We can also go ahead and filter the list. So you can filter your contacts to active. You can filter them to deleted. We don't have any anymore. And you can add different filter views. So you can create your own lists of contacts that you would like to view. So currently the only view we have is all contacts, but we've got the deleted contacts here. So you'll come to all contacts. But if you want to create a new view, you can add a view, and we'll just leave it as new view right now. Then we're going to add a filter. Then you can select what filter you want to view your contacts through. So you can choose an access card, city, country, email, first name, last name, list, login date, number, rating, region. So you can literally go through all of these and choose which of these you would like to filter your list by. So you can even filter by which product they have bought. So this becomes a very useful tool for you. So if we say, for example, that we want them to be filtered by a specific product, and contacts who have purchased the whatever product, I don't have any products in the system, so I can't actually use this. You can then also add further conditions, like whether they bought this product before a certain date or after a certain date. The filters here are really quite extensive, so there really is a lot that you can do. So let's go ahead and actually choose the tag, for example, and we can say contacts with the tag. You would select which tag it is. So let's select the ones that have the 2026 import. It's all of them except for Bob. Or, well, actually, let's do that. Let's say contacts without the 2026 import tag. And then I'm not going to choose a before or after date. And then we're going to hit save. And then we can save that again. We can go ahead and apply that, and you'll see that only Bob is then visible because he's the only contact in the system that doesn't have that tag. So that is how you can filter your contact list as well. We also have some actions up here. You can export your contacts. So if you want to export a CSV of the current selected list, you can do that with the filter applied, or with no filters applied, you can export the entire list. And you can also scrub your contacts. And this is then going to help you clean out any inactive contacts and make sure that you are still just engaging with the users that are most engaged in your business. So that is everything you need to know about managing your contacts in the system. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can create custom fields for your contacts. I'll see you there.